So, hello people. Long time ago, I promised a video about the role of imagination in musical composition and how you develop the skills of music imagination and the relationship between the faculty of imagination and composition. And I held this for so long, and I started feeling like I don't want to make the effort. As you know, I am a professional conservatory teacher and not a professional YouTuber, okay? And I admire some few YouTubers there who are able to do both in a satisfactory manner. So you don't find here actually my best content. Sometimes I put good things, I mean more prepared things, and sometimes less prepared, but also the less prepared, sometimes I think they are anyway very important for who is in this moment serious studying music. The problem is to catch the level that matches what you need to learn, because I do different. Sometimes I talk to composers who are experienced, and sometimes I'm talking to beginners. You have to figure out. So I I I decided to give a little bit let's see a sneak peek of this concept of imagination, but in a different way. I would just talk about a very interesting aspect of it in a very personal point of view, and this is the role of playing role-playing games. Very unexpected, no? But I am there to bring unexpected things. When I was young, I had the happiness of when I was a teenager. We had a circle of Dungeons and Dragons games. And this was for sure one of the great times of my life, and I am thankful for this and for the friends who organized this. My neighbors, I think it's a very very good, nice thing that happened. And in this time we played a lot of it, and basically the game is about is a game that plays in a shared act of imagination. Okay, so it's in a shared field of imagination in a fantasy world, and from there it comes the true sense of the word fantasy. Okay, and this is also important for me because when you say fantasy or epic today, what the fuck, people don't understand nothing anymore. Even Tolkien, I think they are not understanding anymore. So we were this very very typical Tolkien fans of the early era, because I discovered Tolkien in a library and I introduced this to my friends. By the way, I am proud of this task, but also these friends that they brought me the idea of the Dungeons and Dragons, very interesting. And Dungeons and Dragons is fascinating because you will start activating some skills of imagination that are on the highest level. So actually you open your mind and you train your mind to make sense out of things in order to make it real. Okay? So this is the ultimate tool for imagination, in my opinion. Only comparable to reading books, but I think it is somehow even in a higher it is somehow on a higher level because you are experiencing this as an author. You are author of your experience of your decisions in the realm of possibilities. So you develop a very strong relationship to the possible, to everything that is possible. But this that is possible has to be also coherent somehow, because the more coherent it is, the more realistic it is, and the more realistic your imagination is, the deeper is your experience. So this is a very interesting aspect of Dungeons and Dragons role playing. Now, when you are lucky to engage in such an activity, principally as a teenager, you will open another world for the music and another sense of perception of music. You will see that many people who play Dungeons and Dragons, they have a very special taste for the music when playing. And I think there is a very important connection between the musical element and the opening of your imagination. So the music is used as a trigger of the imagination and a kind of protection of your imaginative exercise or activity. So as a composer, I think this is fascinating, and it is a very, very special tool that you can develop in young age. So the ability to imagine a whole world where you are playing with your friends and connect this to musical experiences. So you will train your soul to be a source of way bigger things than what you see in the common reality of the everyday life. And this is one of the most important functions of art. Okay, so if you are young, starting musical composition as a self-taught, so this is my short sneak peek on the topic of imagination and composition. Let's see if later I do a more technical philosophical explanation of the role of imagination, then the musical imagination, and then the concept of musical thought, developing musical thoughts, musical logic, and then finally the musical composition. But as I said at the start, I am more a professional conservatory teacher than a professional YouTuber. Okay, so here I am actually just a little bit small talk. And Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know how is the scene now, what is on the stage, and I don't care. What I care is about the concept, and as I experienced this in Brazil, and because I say this because nowadays everything is toxic, everything is reframed, everything is misunderstood, everything is political, everything is a sign of being bad or good person. I'm totally outside of it. I am my monk life here. No one, it's everything free. No relationship to the world. No, I'm joking. But I don't know what is going on with Dungeons and Dragons now in the United States. And I say this because sometimes it can be, I don't know, maybe the Satanists are playing Dungeons and Dragons today, and then someone will say that I am now a Satanist. So this is a very important disclaimer. So see you later, and consider following on Patreon or supporting on Patreon for €3. Now there is the video on Superman chord, and principally there is the playlist on ear training. And if you enter my Patreon and you talk to me, so I start seeing your level, then I put some videos for ear training there. As you know, I prepared some students who passed that exam in Mozarteum, okay? So my ear training is also not so bad, probably. So, see you later, ciao, ciao.